Hello Pisces and welcome to my channel Looking Glass Tarot. What I have for you here is your general reading for April 2017. I would like to share with you guys that for this month I am switching things up again. I'm doing kind of like two readings in one. I'm going to do this general reading that I have laid out here, and then I'm also going to do general love as well. And when I get to that, I'll kind of explain to you guys what I'm going to do, and I'll be shuffling cards and all that stuff. So I'll explain that to you guys when I get to it. For right now, this is just general. So I'm going to go ahead and get started for you guys. I do want to say I feel like this reading has a lot to do with balancing work and home life. That's just the vibe that I'm getting from it before I start. But okay, your first card, this is the heart of the matter. And for this, you guys have the Six of Pentacles. And I feel like the heart of the matter is to kind of open yourself up to others, to kind of give your time and money and efforts to the people who deserve it in your life, um, and to kind of be more generous and giving. Sorry about that. um, let's just get a drink of water. But the, jeez, what challenges the issue here is the Queen of Pentacles. And I feel like this is more of like an energy that you guys, it's challenging you to kind of take on the energy of the Queen of Pentacles. And the Queen of Pentacles is somebody who um, is very caring, very loving, enjoys like plant life and nature, and just being there for other people. And also, I feel like some of you, for a challenge here, for some of you, it's kind of looking at what you have, and what you're worth, kind of looking at your resources too, when it comes to career, and kind of looking at where you want to go with that too, um, as far as careers go. Because for some of you, I feel like you might be kind of bored in your career. I feel like you don't hate your job, you don't hate your career, you don't, nothing like that. You're just kind of bored with it and you want to try something different. Okay, and for the unknown influence, so this is like kind of subconscious. This is what is influencing this whole situation. And for this, you got justice, and I feel like this is, karma, legal things that you might be having to fill out, um, legal things that you might be having to deal with. Um, the thing is, it's like I feel like every reading this month, um, that I've been doing for April, the Justice card has come up, and I feel like this is a time where there's kind of like this new cycle starting for everybody. I mean, from what I've heard, this is a year one, so it's kind of like starting over fresh for the next 9 years. So what you lay in place now, the effects will last over the next 9 years. So it just has to do with karma and balancing things out, getting things situated for yourselves, and for your future. Okay, for the past card, we have the King of Swords. And I feel like this is a person that's come into your life recently. And this would be an air sign person. So it would be Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. And I feel like this is just someone who's just kind of come into your life. And this is the kind of person who can be very compassionate, very witty, very intelligent, very quick with their words. They can be harsh at times. They can be kind of blunt and straightforward. But I feel like that's the kind of person that's come into your life. So I'm just being shown that here is that this is the kind of person that's come into your life. All right. And for your hopes and goals, you guys have the Seven of Pentacles. And I feel like this is just kind of looking at what you have, and kind of weeding out the things that do and don't work for you anymore. And I also feel like it's showing that, you want to be able to keep your options open, and to be able to get rid of what doesn't serve you anymore, whether it be in your career, whether it be in love, relationships, or what have you, or just life in general, home life. But I feel like that's definitely a goal that you're planning to reach, is where you can, and this could even be a budget, just kind of making a budget for yourself too, with your job, and maybe you plan on trying to find something different, so you need to budget um, for when you apply for a new job and possibly get it. You want to have a budget together so that you can transition into that one, in a way that's going to benefit you. Okay, future card, we have the Two of Swords. So I feel like something here is going to happen, whether it be a job offer, a relationship offer, whatever it is. I feel like there is going to be an offer here somewhere, and this is gonna throw you into this Two of Swords energy, and this is just gonna feel like, you're not sure where to go. You're not sure what direction to take. You're kind of stuck sitting there, contemplating what it is you need to do. Um, being very indecisive, also just being at a stalemate, just not quite sure what to do, whether it be, like I said, regarding an offer of a relationship, or an offer of a new job, or maybe even like moving. You might even be moving and have a couple of options as far as where you're going to move. So there's just a lot of things that could be, and that could pertain to here. So those are just the things that are coming to me. So anyway, the next card, this is your self image. And what came up for you guys is the King of Pentacles. So I feel like the way you're seeing yourself right now is, um, very stable, very, sure of yourself. You're kind of, I feel like you have a lot going on. I feel like you're thinking about a lot, contemplating a lot. And also, again, I feel like some of you are just really looking hard at, your money situation, and just kind of like holding it up and looking at it almost. But yeah, so I see you guys seeing yourself as very stable, and, having kind of the resources that you need to move forward with stuff. Okay. And then next card we have here, this is how other people are seeing you. And for this, you guys have the Four of Pentacles. And I feel like for how other people see you, and this could be coworkers, family members, possible partners, or partners that you're with, just anyone around you. Um, this is how they're seeing you. And with the Four of Pentacles, I feel like they are seeing you as a very stable person. Like you've got yourself together, you've got your money saved up, all this stuff. But also, it could mean that, they're seeing you as someone who's just kind of holding on too tightly to your resources, not really sharing, like being kind of selfish with, your money and your time and everything else. Kind of just holding on too tightly to everything that you have. And I feel like that kind of ties in with the heart of the matter, being the Six of Pentacles, because the Six of Pentacles, that's the energy of someone who's very generous, who's very giving, who, is willing to help people out. And I feel like that's what, is going to open a lot of doors for you, as if you're just kind of, more willing to put yourself out there and be, open to being generous and giving time and money, um, and effort into the people in your life who deserve that. So that's how other people are seeing you right now, is kind of frugal, kind of a little bit selfish, you know, but very stable. It's not all bad, but that's how they're seeing you. Okay. And then the guidance and warning that you guys have, we have the Queen of Wands. And I feel like for guidance, I feel like it's telling you to kind of tap into this energy and to think, you know, really hard about like all your options and be creative about it. You know, you could like um, create a dream board and you know like what you want, you like what you would want out of a career, like your career that you would love to have, like your dream job, and just kind of take pictures and words and stuff out of magazines or whatever and make a collage out of them and just kind of put your dreams and hopes all on there, and just kind of have a vision of all the different options that you have and what you could go with and just go from there. But the warning here too that I'm feeling for some of you, the warning I feel like is a person. So there's like two different scenarios here. I feel like with the warning, this could be a person. They could be a fire sign. So sun, moon, rising could be in there too, I feel like. But they could be Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. And I feel like the warning with that is just to watch out for that fiery energy. Don't get like burned by it, I guess. Um, you know, don't let them try to interfere with your life, I guess, is the thing. This could be somebody from your past too. I feel like maybe an ex lover or an ex partner. Um, because I feel like they see that you're doing good and sitting pretty, and they kind of like want to come in and say, hey, with the Venus retrograde going on right now, that'll happen. It brings past issues back up to be dealt with, and some of this has to do with that too. With this being the influence, with the Justice card being the unknown influence, you know, it brings stuff up from the past to be dealt with so you can move forward. But okay, the overall outcome here, we have the Five of Wands, and I feel like for some of you, this is going to be just conflicting ideas. Like you're going to have so many ideas that just kind of come in conflict with each other. And same thing with like emotions and thoughts and you know stuff like that. It's just all going to be very conflicting. And also, um, I would watch out for possible arguments with people as well. Just kind of watch what you're saying and try to, you know, keep a very compassionate state of mind and come from a loving place when dealing with other people during this time. Because I feel like you have a lot of options. So just kind of don't let it all get too crazy for you. Okay, so I'm gonna move on to the advice. And for this, I'm using my Archangel Oracle Cards deck, which is by Doreen Virtue, which is this right here. This is a little booklet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the card over. I'm going to read what's on the card, and then I'm going to read the additional message in the booklet that goes along with it. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And it says breathe. Breathe. So you need to relax and think about what you're going to do next. All right, this is from Archangel Raphael. It says, take several deep breaths and exhale slowly to awaken your energy and to release old patterns. The additional message says, often during times of stress, you may unconsciously hold your breath. Yet, as you know, breath is essential to oxygenating your mind, body, spirit, and very life. Write a note to yourself to breathe as a reminder of the importance of invigorating yourself with deep and steady breaths. Make trips to places where fresh air is plentiful. You'll also notice an increase in air quality when you're near water, such as the beach or lake. Even taking a shower or bath puts you in touch with the positive ions associated with water and air. Okay, so some of you guys might just need to meditate a little bit, just wake up in the morning, just sit there, close your eyes, and just take a few deep breaths, like 5 deep breaths, and just kind of just that'll help to calm you down. Also, take a nice long shower and just kind of feel it relax you. Same thing with, baths and stuff, because I mean, you guys are a water sign, so being near water is going to help to calm you down when you feel stressed out. And the stress, I feel like, is because you have so many options here. There's so much going on. And it's a lot for you right now. So, just stop and take a breather. Like I said, if you need to even write on a sticky note and put it right by your bed or somewhere where you're going to see it to, breathe. Remind you to breathe, take deep breaths, and just relax. Have a couple minutes to yourself. You don't have to be doing so much at once. Just kind of take it one thing at a time, and that'll help. All right, I think that's all I have for you guys for your general. So I'm going to gather up the cards, and we'll move on to general love. And I'll explain what I'm doing with that in just a second. Let me get to it here. All right, let me take a drink of water real quick. My throat's kind of coming in and out here. My voice is cracking. All right, so I'm going to be moving on to your guys' general love for April here. And the deck that I'm going to use for the spread is my Steampunk Tarot deck that I have here. I am going to shuffle and lay out 6 cards. There's going to be past, present, and future, and then underneath them there's going to be clarifying cards that'll help explain why those cards showed up. And then for the advice cards, I'm going to be using my Archangel Michael Oracle cards deck. I will be pulling either 1 or 2 cards from that deck for advice. So without further ado, I am going to move into the general love part of this. I'm going to probably be going quiet for a couple minutes here while I shuffle and deal these cards. So just bear with me during that time, and we'll get to your general love in just a second here. So I have the 6 cards laid out here. I'm gonna move them up a little bit. This is for your general love. I have the 6 cards laid out here, the past, present, future, and then the clarifying cards underneath. Next, I'm going to shuffle my Archangel Michael deck and get 1 or 2 advice cards from this for you guys. So thank you for bearing with me. I'm going to be quiet for another minute or two here. So. All right. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to flip over all 6 of these cards at once, and I'll just start going with your general love reading from there. And when I get done reading these, I will do the advice card. So I'm going to jump right into this. We're just going to flip these over. Okay. All right. So for the past, you guys have the Queen of Pentacles. And I feel like this is you guys. I see you guys as being very caring and loving. Also, I see you being kind of social, really. Um, I don't know. The lady on this card to me, she looks kind of stuck up. I'm not gonna lie. She looks kind of stuck up. So maybe just being kind of stubborn when it comes to love in the past. I feel like you've just been kind of stubborn, whether it be with someone that you're with or if you're single, looking for love. Sorry about my voice, guys. I've been talking a lot today, so you guys are like the third reading that I'm doing, so my voice is kind of cracking. But I feel like, there's been a little bit of stubbornness here, and I almost feel like an unwillingness to kind of move forward. And the uh, the card that clarifies this is the Three of Cups. And I feel like for some of you, this is just kind of because you've been um, spending time with friends and family. Um, you've kind of just been, sharing stuff with them, being very loving, being very kind. Um, Also, I'm getting gossip here, so you might come off as looking like this kind of person to some people because of gossip. Um, but I also feel like for some of you that are single, this has been kind of like the energy that you've been carrying forward when you have decided to go out and be social looking for love. And I feel like maybe for some of you, there's been an influence of this kind of person on you to take on their qualities, which would be an earth sign. So Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn individual, I feel like has had an influence on you in some way with this Three of Cups. So kind of taking on like their kind of some of their traits and mostly good ones, but I still feel like there's that stubbornness there too in the past. So, all right, the present, what we have for the present is the Two of Swords. So, I feel like whether you're in a relationship or not, um, I feel like there's a head or heart decision that is going to need to be made here. Maybe whether or not you stay with the person that you're with, or whether or not you start a relationship with somebody new that has come into your life. I feel like you're kind of at a stalemate with it. Your intuition is also guiding you in this, and that's why it's making it kind of difficult because your intuition is telling you one thing, but your head is telling you another. And I feel like you've come to this place because of this new beginning when it comes to emotions and just being kind of um, full, like having an abundance of emotions and kind of having them spill over because of the clarifying card for this is right here, right here, the Ace of Cups. And that is like opening the floodgates. I feel like when it comes to emotions, like someone's come in and made you feel all these emotions, so you're not quite sure which way you want to go here. And I mean, it could be, like I said, it could be a potential partner, and it could be someone that you're with. Maybe they've started like making you feel all these emotions again, and you're just not quite sure what to do because you were kind of starting to feel a little bit like this wasn't working out. um, but I feel like this is more for singles. I hate to say that, but I do. I feel like this is more for singles. But in the future, okay, future card we have here is the Four of Swords, and this is about retreat and kind of taking a time out, taking time out for yourself, and kind of thinking things through and figuring out where you're going to go. And the clarifying card for this, you guys have the Star card here. So the reason why you're having this, you're taking this retreat and you're taking this time out for relaxation and time for yourself is because of this Star card. And the Star card is because you with this present situation of the abundance of emotions and the overflowing of that, you have hope. You now have hope for a relationship, for something that's going to work out good. And so that's causing you to kind of retreat and kind of pull back a little bit and think about where you want this to go, and what you want to happen with it. So yeah, I feel like I feel like you guys are kind of wary, kind of stubborn, because you're not quite sure what it is you want to do. And maybe you've heard things about this person too that kind of it just makes you unsure about where you want to go. Alrighty. So I'm going to move on to your guys' advice card, and this is from my Archangel Michael Oracle Cards deck. And I'm going to turn this over, read what it says on the card, and then I'm going to read the additional message in the booklet. And I also kind of just put my own little whatever comes to me into it too. All right. So the advice we have is take your time making this decision. How wonderful. I just love it when the universe and my angels that I work with, I love it when they tie everything together like this because this makes perfect sense that you got this. Take your time making this decision, which in the present moment is difficult for you. Okay? So, what Archangel Michael is saying is that you just need to take your time, which you will, because in the future there's this retreat and um, kind of relaxing and taking time to think about things. So, the additional message that goes along with this says, you've asked about a situation where there's confusion or indecision. Boom. Right here. I'm sorry. I just love this. It's exciting for me. Okay. Anyway. Um, and this card is a sign that you shouldn't rush into anything. More information will be revealed as time passes, which will naturally guide your actions. There's no need to force anything right now. The opportunity won't go away if you don't jump on it immediately, and others will wait for you. It's your decision, and your best course of action is to slow down and take your time. Possible specific meanings. Don't sign the contract just yet. Negotiate a better deal. Slow down the speed of a new relationship. Ask more questions before saying yes. Investigate your options and alternatives, and don't be pressured by other people as they're only thinking of themselves. This kind of ties in with the other reading too, because it said you guys have a lot going on. So just slow down. It goes in with the breathing too. Just slow down, take your time when it comes to things, take things one thing at a time. If you've got this new person that came in, which I did see that, I think it was what, the King of Swords person? So, air sign, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, just take your time with it. Don't rush into it. You know, you're confused and indecisive about it right now. So like it says here, in your future you're gonna retreat and pull back and think about things. So that's what's best for you right now, you know. And like I said, with that, the card that came up as your guidance and warning in the last reading, I think it was about the King of Wands. With that, I felt like that was another person too that was going to come in and you know, try to knock you off your course. And that's why it says, you know, that's why this last part is standing out to me a lot. It says, don't be pressured by other people as they're only thinking of themselves. So whoever that is, they're only thinking of them. They're not thinking of you. They see how good you're doing and they want to come in and steal your light from you. And you don't need to. No, no, you just don't need that. Okay, you've got too much going on right now. You guys are beautiful souls, and you need to just let them think of themselves elsewhere. Okay? But yeah, so you guys just need to slow down, you know, with anything that's going on right now. Just take it one thing at a time. Don't jump on anything. Don't rush into anything. Just slow down. Just slow down and think things through before you make any concrete decisions, okay? Um, I love you guys. You guys keep holding on here, okay? Um, I know it's rough and there's a lot going on at once. All right, so I love you guys. Just hang in there. But anyway, I think that's all I've got for you. So, one more thing I'm going to say before I let you guys go. If you guys would like a personal reading, I am going to put in the description box below the link to my Facebook page that goes along with my channel and also the email that goes along with it. So feel free to get on either one of those and send me a message if you'd like a personal reading, and I can discuss options and payments and whatnot with you. And we can go from there. But I don't have a website yet, so I can't really. I plan on eventually building one, but um, for right now, those are my only options. So if you would like a personal reading, that's where you can go to do that. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it, and if you could like, comment, and subscribe, and I hope to see you guys again next month.